Behind me today is the 2023 Range Rover Defender Carpathian Edition. This car is around $130,000 and oh boy, it is worth every single penny of that price tag. The exterior of this car is a Carpathian exclusive satin gray. If you pop the hood of this car, you can see the 5-liter V8 engine with 518 horsepower and 461 pound-feet of torque. This car has a 0 to 60 time of 4.9 seconds, which is actually really quick for a car of this size and weight. This car is the 110-inch variant. There is also a 90-inch variant, which I don't suggest as it's less practical, and the longer 110-inch variant is only around $4,000 more. The bottom of this car is fully curved and metal, so that you don't scuff your car while you're going off-roading. The side of this car has the square cover to the functional vents complementing this car's design. There is also V8 badging under the door. You can also see the car's 22-inch wheels. That might sound humongous, but for a car of this size, it matches perfectly. Moving on to the rear of this vehicle, we can see the square-shaped taillights which follow this car's boxy theme. The trunk of this car has 34 cubic feet of cargo space. When you fold down the rear seats, there is a good 78.8 cubic feet of cargo space. One flaw that I found is that the rear door for the trunk opens sideways so that when you're parallel parked, you can't fully open the trunk. There are also buttons on the side which you can raise and lower the rear suspension of the car. This car has a towing capacity of 8,201 pounds. Starting off with the interior, you can see that above your head there is a panoramic sunroof that stretches all the way to the rear seats. Moving on to the rear seats, there's not much to say. The rear seats are heated and there's one climate control for all of the rear seats, hence the 3-zone climate control. There is also safari glass, which is a small window above my head to allow for a little bit more sunlight and a nicer look to the car overall. Under the armrest of this car, there is a cooler, and the level of cool can be adjusted using the button on the edge. In the front, you can see this large 11.4-inch display. From the screen, you can adjust the suspension height, adjust the volume and track playing. There is also a menu where you can see the dimensions of the car. I don't know where this feature would be useful, but there you go, you have it. This car also has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. From the screen, you can also see the 3D view of the car from the cameras. There's a 3D view, an off-roading view, and also a towing view. This car also has a valet mode, which can be activated from the screen. This car has 3-zone climate control, and the front seats are also heated and ventilated. My top 3 features about this car are 1. It can go up to 2 feet and 11 inches deep into water. Number 2, it is so spacious and there's a lot of space for anyone to stretch out. And number 3, the steering wheel is covered in Alcantara, which is a type of soft cloth. So this car, you can feel its horsepower and torque. It's so loud. You can hear its roar. It's so loud. Its V8 is so loud. Everyone will know that you have a V8 in this car. It's so high though. It gives you so much road presence, and you feel like you're higher than all of the other cars on the road. This car's stabilization though is something to admire. It's so huge and so big, but yet it handles so nicely. You barely feel any roll and head roll at all in this car. The traction that this car has is so high though, which is one thing that could be improved, because while it's really good while going off-roading because it's necessary, on-road I think it feels like it's a bit too much. The car just drives so nicely, and its handling is so good. Even though it's so large, its anti-roll bars and its way of handling is so good. You don't feel any head roll or any roll at all. My final verdict on this car is that you should definitely buy it if you're into off-roading and camping. It is a mix of power and presence, an off-roading marvel, almost unrivaled by its competitors. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I hope to catch you on the next one.